Hello everyone and welcome back to another Furcraft episode. This is going to be a very different video because it's the final video on the season. And you may be wondering, well, if it's the final video, why isn't this done? Why is this in ruins? Well, to put it simply, the ambition of the series has changed completely since the beginning. At the beginning of the season, my goal was to have fun with a bunch of people. We play Minecraft, have fun. But then it took a turn where we all made our bases and I decided to do too big of a base. And most of the streams end up with me just grinding away at this area or doing some random stuff where not many people could either get involved or it just wasn't enjoyable for everyone. So, I thought it would be an amazing idea to restart into a new season. You may be wondering what our next season may look like, and unfortunately, we don't know. We're not sure yet. I have sent several ideas into our group chat, and hopefully, we will have some agreement on what we want to do together for our next season of Furcraft. But I promise it will be full of adventures, full of fun, nothing like what we've done so far this season. Everything will be fresh, new, and we're not going to build crazy heckin' farms like in the back like that. We're not going to dedicate crazy amount of times making these kind of farms, but instead we're going to have fun with each other, we're going to do some events with each other. Phantom, please leave me alone. I literally just slept like 2 minutes ago. Okay, now that you're out of the way, let's continue talking. So yes, the next season will be full of fun and content, and maybe more people will join us. Maybe we'll have more adventures. But I can promise you that we're gonna have tons of heckin' fun. Now you may be wondering about this island. What would it look like as we completed it? Well, I have spent a few days in creative mode and world edit, finishing up this island, and here is kind of my idea of how I wanted this island to look. As you can see, it's a giant heckin' volcano. I'm trying to find, there's the rockets. As you can see, we have a giant volcano surrounded by a bunch of this land and ocean. We also have the ocean monument down there, which is very heckin' amazing. We have some rocky formations on this side of the island, and there seems to be a bit of a mistake here. So what happens when you rush a build? It just goes crazy. You can also tell as well with the missing blocks. I was kind of rushing with this because I didn't want to spend too much time, as you know, it's not the final form of the island. But this gives you somewhat of an idea of how big this island is and how much time and effort that needed to be put in to making this Giga base. And there were plenty of other ideas. If I had the time and I had dedication to doing this, I would have had some sort of cave entrance that leads inside of this base to leave more room for more base work. There might have been like a town up on here, and yeah, there was been tons of really cool stuff. But unfortunately, I lost the dedication and will to do something this big. And I never learn. I never heckin' learn. I do this way too often. It never comes out well. But if I do this again, someone better heckin' kick me in the butt. So now that you know what my base would have looked like had I completed it, I think it would be an amazing thing to go through the entire server now, check out people's bases. There are tons of bases on this map. There's even like a couple bases I've never even seen before up in the top. So yeah, it'll be pretty fun to take a look and see what other people have worked on. So let's start off where it all began, in the main spawn area. This is where we all started. where we died several hundreds of times. We had the deep dark biome under us. We have the big heckin' mountains and cliffs where we all took our resources from at the beginning. We have this spawn platform where everyone would spawn into the world and elite into the nether. We also have this box where I kept my shulker, which unfortunately died in the nether. Very heckin' unfortunate. And we also have a tiny bit of the remains of the animal pole. There used to be some wood beams here and there was signs, but I'm not sure where they went. Someone either took them or they just burnt. Ever since we left this main area, there have been some little buildings popping up in the cliff, and my original idea was that this was how we were going to live in this season. We were going to have a bunch of like bases in the cliffs going all the way around. Like this goes all the way up to like here. It goes from here to like down this way. It's a giant heckin' cliff. So it was kind of like my hope that people were going to make some bases like this. But unfortunately, it didn't happen to how I wanted it to. We moved over into that island, which we will head over to in just a moment. So this is the spawn area from a higher up angle. As you can see, we have all of the buildings. We also have this small one all the way down there. Not sure who owns that, but it's very heckin' awesome. Next up, we have Kari's base right here. Pretty close to spawn and very, very nice. They have a fox. Hey, it's a Cosmo fox. We're best friends. We are now best friends. Heck yes. But yes, Kari started on a small island, and I guess they have been expanding their island to be bigger and bigger. And of course, the main, what I would consider to be the spawn area of this season, we have my starter base right here with a bunch of houses. We have the CFC, and of course we have some other shops around the center area. We have the gadgets and goodies. We have Apollo's library. We have some other bases. That's Apollo's starter base, Maxie's little house, a ship, a bunch of other bases. We have Deathport's house. We have the portal. There was so many amazing things, and this is where pretty much everyone hung out at the beginning of this world. And of course, I spent tons of time making all the pathways across to everyone's place. And I'm proud of how all this turned out, especially my base. You know, I didn't consider I was going to make a starter base, but I am really happy with how it turned out. Of course, I was going to detail some extra stuff, add in a lot more work, but, you know, I lie. I'm a liar. But still, I'm really happy with how this base has turned out. And I kind of wish we did more with it, instead of making, you know, a house, unfinished shops. But the main success, the door's missing. Oh no, someone stole my door. There's a door thief around. Yes, we have what used to be CFC, which is now Mango's Friend Chicken Food, where we sell what once was chicken, but now is our pizzas for the gamers. Heckin', the greatest shop ever in this season. And of course, we have the Ender Spender, where all of the end loot was sold. We have the shulker boxes, which was then used for the shulker farms, and of course rockets, because we sold elytras. And over on the other side of the spawn area, we have a couple other bases. As you can see, we have this like really awesome dock area with a huge like farmhouse, which looks absolutely incredible. We have a ship. We have Alex and Pepsi's starter base over here, which is very nice and cozy. And of course we have the inside to this, which is fun to go through. Oh hi, it's me. Oh hi, it's my sexy wolf. And we have the secret area in their base, which was really cool to see. Was there one on this side? Oh, they started making one on this side. That's cool. But yes, their base is full of many interesting aspects, which I stole from. No, I didn't steal. Okay, I promise you, I did not steal. Nothing. And of course, we have some other small houses. We have Cyber's base right here, which is really cool. And they were working on some like big underground area that they were making a big box. A big underground. Oh, there's stairs. Okay. Oh, redstone. Yes, yes, yes. The secret redstone stairs. Heck yes. And next up, we have Nether's Base, who started in a village and worked their way up into a pretty mega... Oh, there's mud blocks. Oh, mushroom. They're mushroom. Oh. Oh, they work really well together. Holy heck, Nether, you are a genius. But yes, Nether has worked on their town area, which looks really cool. And I'm quite sad that I never actually came over here as often as I did, because I never really I never saw Nether work on this much. Like, I've seen a couple buildings being like worked on, like the scaffolding kind of parts, but I never saw the final form of many buildings. But I really love how this turned out for Nether, and of course you have that bridge, and I'm assuming Nether is going to work on even more buildings out on this area, and it would have been so amazing to see how it would have turned out. But still, Nether's base started and ended really well. And here we are now at Apollo's mega mansion, which looks absolutely amazing and stunning. They have put so much work into this at the beginning of the season, and I am really heckin' surprised of how good this turned out. Like, look, you have so many arches, you have the roof that I know the name of, totally know the name of, yes. But like, look at how amazing this looks. It looks so heckin' awesome, and the details and the terraformations, they all look awesome. And of course, on the inside, there are many rooms that you've never got to see. And of course, at the top, we have this room full of emeralds that I totally didn't steal. I'm not a thief. I don't steal. I promise you, I do not steal at all. Nothing. Oh no. But that is Apollo's mega mansion that looks absolutely incredible. Heckin' congrats to Apollo for doing this so early on with barely any resources. It's incredible. Now I am quite curious to see who owns this place, because I have never seen this on the map. Now this looks like a farming area. Oh, this might be Apollo's as well. I'm certain that this is Apollo's industrial area. This seems to be some sort of like fishing farm, maybe? Like an automatic fishing... Yes, okay. That is really interesting. I've never seen like a new design of these fishing farms. That is awesome. And of course we have smaller farms, honey, bamboo, cows, iron, sugarcane, all of the basics that everyone will ever need. Heckin' incredible. Next up we have Pepsi's big base in the mountains. As you can see, just there is the entrance, and you can see these like big beams of light that shows how much of the area Pepsi has taken over. And let's glide down into this little base. Whee! So Pepsi moved into this area not too long ago, when everyone was decently active. So not much has actually happened here, but it would have been awesome to see how this would have looked. And even now, it still looks pretty awesome, seeing the views of every... What is that? There's a floating hat. There's a floating hat in the world. Above Apollo's area. I'm assuming that's an AFK spot. But yes, Pepsi's area didn't have much work done, but it still looks very awesome. Before we head on to the final area, I do want to show off the Nether because there were some work done by a couple of us working on the Nether Hub area. So let's go and take a look at how this looks. And here we are in the Nether Hub. We had the main communal spawn island at the very center instead of the actual spawn. We felt like this was more fitting because that's where a majority of the people were. So of course we have it's one long tunnel going from one end to the other if the map would load. So of course it goes across this way, not too far, and then of course this way a lot further because this is the end port and this is my industrial area. So we have pretty much every single place that we can travel to, all connected up to this incredible tunnel system built by mainly me and Kari, who helped a lot with this part of the tunnel, adding in all the light sources, adding in all of the materials that we need. And here we are at the final area, my industrial area. So here we are at my big industrial area where we have spent a majority of the season at. We have our potato and carrot farms. We have these giant heckin' storage systems for all of these farms, of course, where we have some big shulker loaders that store all of our loot to compress it as much as we can. We have the iron farm in the back, which also has the same storage just down here. As you can see, it's quite awesome. And of course we have the giant sugarcane farm, we have the pumpkin and melon farm. So we have the CFC 2.0, which has several hundred chickens in this farm to produce our tastiest pizza on the server. And of course, one of the biggest projects and farms that I've done ever is this shulker farm. This took pretty much an entire day to build, and as you saw in one of the previous videos, a big time lapse of me building this. These shulkers were an absolute pain to get, but the outcome of this farm is quite incredible. And of course, all the loot drops down into that hole and goes all the way across into another shulker loader system. And the final farm that we have made on this server, right over here, is the giant mob farm. Surprisingly, this was like one of the farms that took the longest to build, because I built like a quarter or maybe like a third of the farm, and then I just never needed to finish it because it was producing what I needed. But eventually I did finish the farm, and I'm glad I did for all the extra loot. And of course, once again, another shulker loader system with all of the loot that we could ever need. And that is pretty much it for this entire server. A lot has happened. A lot will happen next season. Why am I... A lot will happen next season, and I cannot wait for everyone to join in on the fun. So thank you everyone so heckin' much for joining me on this season of Furcraft. I have had tons of fun, and we will continue to have fun next season, which will hopefully not be too far away. And of course, if you enjoy videos like these, a like and a subscription will be greatly heckin' appreciated. And of course, we stream on Twitch almost every night at 7 PM BST. So if you want more of me, we will be live right now playing some Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. We've had tons of fun on there so far, and I really hope you will like to join us in on the fun. So once again, thank you everyone so heckin' much for an incredible season of Furcraft, and I will see you all next time. Bye, cuties. Bye.